Hey, good afternoon. It's Sunday, the 23rd of April, 2023. It's Jim from JAGfx, obviously. It's just my weekly analysis video where I go over all the pairs I'm trading on the Forex pairs using the daily time frame, using the trading methods from my books, the high probability and divergence trading methods. I already butchered my introduction a little bit, but you get the idea. You may hear a bit of background noise. I'm in my in an apartment here. All the doors are open. There's kids in the pool downstairs, etc. And it might be a bit of background noise, so sorry about that. But let's get into it. First up, thanks for watching the video. If you do like the videos, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. That'd be greatly appreciated. As I always say, they're not the most exciting videos on the planet, but we're just trying to get a message across about the trading. So any trades called, any trade management, etc., and just where we're at on the daily time frame with the trades, which is again it's not the most exciting time frame, but it's good for examples, trade examples. So normally we have a look at the news for the week ahead. So I just use the free Forex factory free economic calendar. The good thing is you can set it up to your local time zone. Not sure what time zone it's in at the moment. Yeah, so the just free Forex factory economic calendar. I don't think it's set up my local time. It could be. I think I might have changed it to Australia. So as you know, I'm in Townsville at the moment, which is northern Queensland. I've just got back from an overnighter up to Cairns, which is just over 400 kilometres away. Drove up and drove back. Drove up yesterday, drove back today. So all good. Catching up with my son and my grandkids. So the news ahead, nothing on Monday. So I'm just looking at high impact events, which are the red ones. These grey ones are holidays. Tuesday, 25th, that's a big day for us Aussies and Kiwis. It's Anzac Day for us, which is related to World War One. So it's a holiday basically in New Zealand and Australia, but there's no major news anyway. It's not till Wednesday. CB consumer confidence at the US, then the Australian CPI numbers on Wednesday. Then on Thursday, advanced GDP out of the US and unemployment claims out of the US. So it's all very quiet this week. Friday, now Bank of Japan outlook report. So it's obviously yen related. That is the Japanese interest rate news. So they always have tentative because we're not sure what time of the day it comes out. And up until a few months ago, this never really moved the market, but Japan's starting to change its outlook a little bit. So there may be some movement on yen pairs. So just something to be careful of there. And later in the night, we've got German prelim CPI numbers, GDP out of Canada, and US we got core PC price index and employment cost index. So really probably the Australian CPI numbers and the Japanese yen on Friday. That's the major news. Just as usual, these are only scheduled or by appointment news events. So just keep an eye out for the stuff from left field, which means basically anything can happen anytime, so have stops in place if you use stops when you're trading. So that's it for the news. We'll get onto the charts. Now this is, before we go into charts, we've got a Word document we always look at. Now if you've never watched any of my videos or you don't know what I'm talking about, just have a read of this Word document. I appreciate that English is not everyone's first language. Just pause the video, have a read of it. Explains the settings for the moving averages, the QMP filter, which is these red, I do that every time, green and red dots on the price chart. QMP filter, so it's just a combination of the MACD Platinum, which is this indicator, and the QQE Advanced, which is not displayed on the chart, doesn't have to be. You got red lines, green lines, blue lines. That explains what they're all, grey vertical lines. Stop losses are red dotted horizontal lines, and big numbers like parity, round numbers, etc., green dashed horizontal lines. The bottom indicator, this one here, is a MACD Platinum, just a zero lag MACD. Oscillates around a zero level. Generally, I'm looking to sell when it's above the zero level being this grey dotted line here, and buy when it's below the zero level. So it oscillates, always goes back to the zero level. It is an oscillator. So you'll see that in action. But if you just want to have it wondering what the different colours are, I generally go through it in the chart, so you'll see it in a way. You can just take a screenshot of that or pause the video and have a read of that. As I said, English is not everyone's first language. You may not understand my Australian accent, talk too fast, too slow. If you've got any questions, you're more than welcome to ask any questions you have, or just got something you concerned about, just go to any of the JAGfx social media sites, Facebook group, Telegram channels, or Matt from Family Man's Discord channel, or even YouTube. Just ask the questions. I'm fairly easy to get a hold of. So this is TradingView. I use TradingView for all my analysis. It's just easier for me. It's simpler. I can look at it on my phone and look at the same charts, same details. It's just not as clunky or as ugly as MT4, MT5. But even though I use this for all my analysis, I don't trade off this. I trade off MT5. Most of my trading these days is on the MT5. I did make a note during the week that a certain build level on MT4 has been discontinued after, I think, May the 1st. So if you still want to use MT4, just make sure you got the latest version so you don't get shut down. At this stage, as far as I know, most MetaQuotes is the company that owns MetaTrader, which is MT4, MT5. They're saying now there's more users of MT5 than there is of MT4, so they'll slowly phase MT4 out altogether. There's no reason you shouldn't be using MT5 these days. Most brokers offer it. The only problem I have with MT5 is when you're back testing EAs, you're doing optimization testing, it's really slow. I don't know why. But it has got its advantages. Right, so let's move on. This is my watch list on the right, alphabetical list. It's not all the pairs, it's just a sample number of pairs. I think there's about 17 or so, including 3 ring-ins down the bottom there. Just to give you an idea that this is how the system works, and just to show trade entries and trade management. Now, it's in alphabetical order. If it's highlighted in light blue, means there's trade or trades on and there's been some action taken. Highlighted in orange means I want to talk to you about it in the video for some reason. No highlight means no trades on. And if it's highlighted in dark blue, which I don't think there is any, means there's a trade on and no action's been taken yet. What I mean by no action means there's been no trade management or anything like that. So I haven't moved any stops or closed half or anything like that. So you go to the charts here, it looks busy, looks like a lot of lines. Generally on the right is my most recent trade. In some cases, there'll be more than one trade. So on this one, there's what you see is you see the pair, the date the trade was taken, what the trade is, and if you look over here, some notes on my thoughts. So you'll only see the notes on the most recent trades. With the older trades, I've just got more just the trade date and what it was and the trade management. So if you look here, the last trade on this is AusCAD, Friday the 14th April, was a buy signal. So this is the details. So the last trade was this. If I'm a little bit disjointed, just I'm pausing the video a bit, that's all, and starting again. So the last trade was Friday the 14th of April, which is here, which is this buy trade. New buy signal. Now, when I take these trades, I generally wake up about 2 hours after the market opens or thereabouts, and I'll call the trades live and post the setup with a trade screenshot in the JAGfx social media site. So like I said, in the Facebook group, Telegram channels, and the Matt from Family Man's Discord channel. So it's all very transparent at the time. And as you can see by this buy, it's taken roughly on the open of this new daily candle, which went straight against me. This green dashed line here is the 90-cent level, so it's a big round number, and we've since crawled up nicely. So it didn't come down to my stop here. This is the initial stop, and it's gone down, and it's sort of used the 90-cent level as a bit of support there and bounced up nicely. And on Thursday, it popped back up to the entry level. Friday dropped down a little bit. It's still above the entry level, which is good. In the meantime, I'm in an old trade a sell trade from the 1st of Feb, which is here. See the MACD Platinum's above the 0 level. There's your 0 level there. Here's another sell here on the 28th of March, and there's above the 0 level, and the buy was below the 0 level. The stop for this trade is here. There's my trade management, and like I said, I call the trade management every day in the group also, and also update that on my TradingView channel. So that's in a no-lose position. That's sell. This sell here was the 28th of March. That was also called in the group, obviously, and closed half on the 10th of April. So I'm hoping it's down here somewhere. So I closed half in here. MACD Platinum through the 0 level. We're on this big 90-cent level, closed half, brought the stop down. Can't lose on the second sell. Even though my stop's above the entry, the distance between where I closed half and between the entry and that stop if I was stopped out on Monday, that's just an overall small profitable trade. And if I get stopped out, it means my buy's in profit. So it's all good. So it's 3 trades, 2 sells that can't lose, and 1 buy that's looking a little bit okay. My only concern is now MACD Platinum's through the 0 level here, which is one of my trade management tools. So what I might do on Monday or Tuesday, probably Tuesday, drag this stop up just a bit closer below this low here. Just reduce the overall risk and see how we go. So that's the Oz CAD. Oz Japanese Yen, highlighted in orange, and it's highlighted in orange for a reason. It means I want to talk about it. Something happened, which was, and what I do is I just leave these trades on the charts for the weekend video. Then once the video's completed, I go in and tidy it all up. I just want to show you guys what happened during the week. So what we did is we took a sell on the 23rd of Feb. This is the Oz Yen. So there's the 23rd of Feb. Like I said, they're all called in the groups. Any trade management, there's all the trade management, all the dates I would have called it. You can go back on Facebook and check all that if you want. And 18th of April stopped out for an overall profit. So that's this candle here. Just poked up through my stop. So there's the entry. Already closed half on, when I closed half, 8th of March. So I'm thinking about in here somewhere. So I closed half around the stop, and I probably could have trailed the stop down a bit tighter, but I was hoping it'd continue on down for a long time. It didn't. Put my stop above this high here, and it stopped out there. So overall profit on the Oz Yen. So I'll tidy that chart up. Aussie USD, we're in a few trades here, similar to the Oz CAD. Last trade was this buy here, not really taking off. Sort of, the buy was in here. Straight away went against me, then slowly ground up, then back down again. So, hang on, where's the buy? No, that wasn't the buy. Disregard what I just said. The buy was back here. It's gone sideways for a long time. This is the daily chart. So 5 of those candles represent 1 week. So that's what's over a month of just sideways, absolutely nothing. In the meantime, I'm in this sell still from the 3rd of Feb, which is good. There's a stop in place there. Came close a few times, not quite touching. So the buy, the stop's been, I've already closed half. Let's have a look what I closed half on this buy, 4th of April. So let's have a look at the 4th of April. I'm thinking it might be in here somewhere. Yep, in there. So actually closed half right at the high there. It makes me look like a superstar sometimes. And the stop's been dragged up. So I can't lose on the buy, can't lose on the sell. In the meantime, that's not a valid buy signal. This grey vertical line is just a heads up. The MACD Platinum's above the 0 level. There's a 0 level, so I'm in sell mode. That's all that is. There was a sell signal here. I declined to take it. Now, my stop would have been pretty close to in here somewhere. So if I had taken it, it wouldn't have been stopped out. This was just on Easter when I was traveling, so that's why I didn't take it. And it's probably proved okay because I probably would have exited on this opposite QMP filter dot. And in the meantime, we're probably setting up for another sell anyway, which I probably will take. We'll wait and see what happens there. We've got this double top now, potentially. You can just drag that across if we want. It's like a resistance level on price. And there was initially some hidden bearish divergence there. So sell, if it presents, I'll probably take it with the MACD above the 0 level. So that's the Oz CAD, can't lose another trade, which is good. Euro CAD, what are we in here? We're in a few trades here. All right, we're in 3 buys. Here we go. Now, here's the first one back here. So that's 8th of November. And there's a stop for that. Can't lose. So we're locking in that profit there. There's all my trade management on that. Second buy was here, 1st of March. And it stops now at above it, the entry level too. So I can't lose on that. All good, good. Next trade was this buy here on Friday, just gone by. So Friday morning took the buy on the open and the candle went straight up. Now we get to this previous high, MACD Platinum below the 0 level. There was divergence there, hidden bullish divergence. You can read all the notes on the right here. Stops in place there. So we'll just give it another day or two, see if we get up to this high. If we start to struggle around this previous high, hence I've drawn this line across, we might look at closing half and dragging the stop up nice and tight or tighter, just reducing the risk. So we're in 3 buy trades. 2 of them we can't lose and the other one's in profit. So looking good on the Euro CAD. Euro Yen, we're in a buy trade from back here, the 23rd of March, 3rd of April closed half. So let's have a look at that. Where's that? Here. So it stalled a bit here. This previous high, closed half, and 19th of April, I'm starting to drag my stop up. So I've dragged the stop up. We can't lose on the buy at all. In the meantime, we've got a red dot on the MACD Platinum above the 0 level, so I'm in sell mode, hence the grey vertical line. So I'll leave the stop where it is. I'll try to trail the stops normally between the 50 and 100 EMA or some other obvious fractal. But if we do get a sell signal here, I'll seriously think about dragging this buy stop right up nice and tight and taking the sell. It's the Euro Yen looking good. Euro New Zealand, nothing on. Euro USD. Similar to the Aussie a little bit, even though, remember I said the Aussie USD is going sideways. This is not exactly setting the world on fire. It's slowly grinding up. So let's just have a look here. First off, I took a buy here on this grey vertical line. So that would have been 28th of Feb, I think. Yep. And we closed that out on this opposite QMP filter dot here. So we took a small loss, only a small loss. And we took another buy here, which is the 14th of March. And there's been some trade management. So 5th of April closed half. I'm thinking it might be in here. So we closed half up here and the stop's in place there. Can't lose on the buy. Cannot lose on the buy. So all good. Right. Had this, the blue or aqua blue lines just represent like a place of resistance or support, or just something that, you know, like a trend line or something that interests me. You can see here we've got support, here we've got resistance, and we've got another sell signal here, which I took. Initially there was hidden bearish divergence there, you can see it there, then regular bearish divergence, so the old 1-2 and divergences as I call it. Took a sell, hasn't really gone anywhere, all week it's just sort of meandered sideways. So we're in a buy, we can't lose it, and we're in a sell with a stop up here that's going nowhere fast. And here's the notes for the sell, and there's my trade management on the buy. Pound Aussie, we're in a couple of trades here. We're still in this buy from the 7th of Feb, so that's looking good. It's been a bit of trade management there. Obviously, we're locking in a big lot of profit there, shitload of profit, which is good. And in the meantime, I think I took a sell there. Either got closed out on this opposite QMP or got stopped out. I can't remember. I removed those notes. And we've taken a second attempt at a sell. We've still got regular bearish divergence there. We've got some protection with this previous buy on, and the stop's just trailing on the buy. And we took this sell and it's gone sideways. But it was popped up on Friday, which is not good. There's my stop for that. Now, if this just keeps on going up and stops me out, it's not the end of the world, because I've still got this partial buy trade on that's got plenty of profit locked in, so I can just trail that stop up and offset that loss in the sell. So that's the Pound Aussie. Pound Swiss, and a couple of trades here. We're going to sell from the 27th of March. Here's a sell. Went against me, came very close to stopping me out. It didn't, and you can go back through previous videos, have a look at the notes on that. I've mentioned it a few times. The high was above this high here, and it came within a few pips, by 20 or 30 pips, and it's come down nicely. Eventually 13th of April I closed half, so I'm thinking down here somewhere. So I'm going to open this candle. MACD Platinum gone through the 0 level, nice move down, so I wanted to reduce my risk after going sideways and threatening my stop. So I put myself in a no lose position on that sell, so I can't lose on that. In the meantime, took this buy here based on hidden bullish divergence, and straight away it's gone against me. Spiked down on Friday, came very close to my stop again, and we've got this one of these, I don't know what you call those, hammer candles or something. So it suggests it may go up. Hopefully it'll go up. So if it goes up, back over my entry, that's great. Takes out my stop, my sell, that's great. So it's profitable both trades. And again, if it keeps on going down and takes out my stop on the buy, the sell's in profit and offsets the loss. And a lot of people say, well, I can't buy and sell at the same time. If you're serious about trading, you've got to find a way to do it. And it's I'm mainly referring to my US readers there, or any other jurisdiction that doesn't allow buy and sells at the same time. There's ways around it. Open 2 accounts, keep your buys on one side and your sells on another account, or go offshore with a broker. This big number here is the 1.10 level. So it's a big round number. As you can see, price just touched it. And we've got this other big support level here, and price seems to be struggling to break that. So it's the pound Swiss looking okay. Definitely good on the sell, not so good in the buy, but not the end of the world. Pound yen, no trades. Pound USD. Let's have a look here. We're going to buy from the 14th of Feb, and we've got a stop in place. We've moved the stop up. You can read my trade management, no big deal. Can't lose on that. Took a sell here on the 17th of April, and going nowhere fast. The MACD Platinum's at the 0 level. We're stuck around this big number here, which is 1.25 level, which is written there. So hopefully that'll hold and the sell will come down. But again, because I've got a sell and a buy on, I've got some protection there, some insurance. New Zealand CAD, no trades on. USD CAD, let's have a look at that. Sell trade from the 14th of March. You can read my trade management there. Already closed half, made some money on it. Can't lose. There's a stop in place there, locking in profit between there and there. All good. In the meantime, took this buy. Now this is another hidden bullish divergence followed by regular bullish divergence. The old 1-2, bang, bang. These tend to work pretty good. If they don't happen that often, but when they do, they tend to work most of the time. So we took the buy here on the 20th of April, and it's just crawling up, popped up nicely on Friday, heading towards my stop on the sell. And the MACD Platinum still below the 0 level a fair bit, so we'll give it a couple of days breathing room and see how we go. So looking good on both trades on USD CAD. USD Japanese yen, this is one I have to tighten up my chart on because we've got a very old trade. Let's go back. 24th of October, there's a trade here, a sell, still in it. There's a stop for it, can't lose on that. So that's that one there, can't lose on that. Then we took another sell, 6th of March, here. Stops in place there, can't lose on that. Came very close to stopping me out, very close in here, but it didn't. So we're still in two sells. One's good profit, the other one we can't lose. Let's just have a look what so it's sold 6th of March, 16th of March, 28th of March, closed half. So let's have a look at 28th of March, 24th, 25th, 27th, so 28th. So closed half there, so pretty close to the low. And the reason I probably would have closed is we're at a previous low, good profit, reduced risk, and we had divergence forming. We had this little hammer candle that's closed on the, we had a bullish candle there, closed on the open of that candle there. So there's potential divergence forming, so I'm just reduced my risk. So we can't lose on the old trade from October, can't lose on this trade from the 6th of March. In the meantime, I took this buy. The initial stop was down here somewhere, and it's ground up, and I've just trailed my stop up. I haven't closed half yet. It just hasn't given me much profit to close half. And all I've done is trail my stop up, and we're still in the two sells and the two buys. We can't lose on the sells, and our buy is just, the loss will just be between the blue and the blue entry line and the stop loss there, which is minimal. XAU USD, which is gold. All right, we're in an old buy trade from, just had to pause the video. We're in a buy trade from the 13th of March. Stops there, can't lose. That's this information here. I did take a buy here. It's this note over here, the 1st of March, close it on this opposite QMP filter. So this is so a small loss. This is my second attempt at it, so I've made up for that loss there. Already closed half. Let's see where I closed half. 15th of March, so yeah, might have closed a bit early. Closed here. Jeez, that's dumb. Yeah. So I made a little bit of profit on that, and it's gone right up to, see the numbers here, this green dashed line's the 1800 level, $1,800, and that's $2,000. Now, 2,000 is a big round number on gold. And I took one sell here. The initial sell was there. I should have put a grey vertical line there, which I will. So that was my first sell, and it was stopped out. Would have been stopped out on this candle. And since that sell signal is still valid, see there's a red, it's hard to see, there's a red QMP filter dot there. You can see it there, there it is. Still valid, there's been no green QMP filter dot. So I've just drawn this trend line across the lows here, And when it broke the trend line, which was here, I took it, and which was good because I had that confluence of had regular bearish divergence. You can see that price going up, MACD platinum going down, had a break of the trend line, had the 2000 level. So I took the sell there, and initially it went against me. It went against me close to my stop, but didn't touch it. Come down, went sideways for a few days. And Friday's popped down below my entry level. So we can't lose on the buy, and the sell's actually in positive territory at the moment. MACD platinum's already through the 0 level. So what I may do is just tighten this stop up, bring it across these little highs here, just reduce my risk. But like I said, price keeps on rocking down. It takes out my buy stop, means my sell's in good profit. Then I'll look at closing half. As soon as price gets near these moving averages, I'll be looking at closing half anyway and tighten the stop up. So looking good on gold. Actually looking pretty good on most pairs, except I think one or two trades, but those one or two trades have got trades in the opposite direction, giving us some insurance, so it's not too bad. One of those weeks or times when you go through everything just works out well. Right, these next three pairs, just for shits and giggles, just more out of curiosity. First one's the US dollar. So this is just the US dollar against a basket, I think, of 5 or 7 different currencies. I should really look that up. And I know one of them's the Swedish krona, I know one's the Japanese yen, but the other ones I don't really know. It's just the US dollar against a basket of other currencies around the world. It gives you more of an indication what the US dollar is doing. And like if you looked at the Aussie USD or the Euro USD, sideways in the US dollar. It just reflects that. So these are all just trade signals, all the divergences, very messy, untidy charts that you can. I do this every week, so I can just go through them. US 500. Now, here we go. Look at this. This line I bang on about every video. It's been on my chart, seems like forever. And again, this is the US stock market, US 500. Price has gone up to it and bounced off it and come down. It's not convincing. It hasn't come right down yet, but this thing is just, it must be, other people must be looking at it. Now, if we look at, like we do sometimes, look at the weekly video, you'll see this blue line, and I've had it on my chart forever. There it is there. So it starts all the way back over a year ago. It's still there, still relevant. How long it'll be relevant for, who knows? But people are obviously looking at it. Last signal was, this actually, is buy signal. And we've got a red dot on the MACD platinum above the 0 level. Hence the grey vertical warning line, but we still haven't got a red dot yet. So we've got a red dot. You know, you could take a nice sell there because you've got some confluence. My only concern is this is the US stock market, so it's got a bullish bias. That's okay. And finally, Bitcoin, USD. Like the stock market at times, it's correlated. Last signal was this sell. This green horizontal dashed line is the 30,000 level. So I got the 30,000, had a nice up move, big divergence there, and bang, down she goes. Now it's back at the moving averages. Remember, this market's 24/7, so this is Saturday's candle, this today's Sunday's candle, so it's still open. Potential divergence may be setting up there between here and there. We'll see. Yeah, but there's definitely a sell there, and it would have paid off nicely. And as soon as it hits that moving average, close out half, tighten the stop up, so you can't lose. The trend's up. You can see the trend's up. Look at the moving averages. Yeah. So that's it, boys and girls. There is no new trades for Monday. TradingView hasn't showed me any, and TradingView does not lie. There's no trade management for Monday. So all I've got to do is tidy up this Aussie-Japanese yen chart that was stopped out during the week. As I said, I'll just leave it on. I'll just remove all this, tidy up the chart, and unflag it. And that's about it. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. It's Sunday. Like I said, I just got back from Kansas about an hour or so ago. I might go out and buy some beers and just have a relaxing evening, and I'll upload this video so you guys have it before Monday's open. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. Stay safe, and I'll chat to you good folk later. Cheers.